Hi friends, we have seen so far four models in bank accounts. Today, I hope you have practiced the calculation of rebate on bills discounted in the last class. You completed that. You might have worked out the problems. In today, in continuation of that session, that particular topic, I am going to take out model 5 as bills for collection, or it also can be called as collection of bills. You know that in bills of exchange, you learned the bill can be retained by the drawer himself, or the bill can be discounted, bill can be endorsed, bill can be sent to bank for collection. I think out of those four situations you learned, now we are looking in terms of banker's perspective, the accounting treatment in the books of banker. Is this clear? Last class we have seen bills discounted, how the entry is to be passed, what is the rebate on bills discounted, etc. Now we are looking at the bill sent for collection. Actually, bill sent for collection is that you are the drawer is sending the bill to bank for collecting on behalf of himself from the drawer. I think that is what we'll be seeing from the bank's point of view. I think here I've given meaning. Bills for collection refer to the bill received by bank from customers for the purpose of collection. I think this you know that you learned in your CA Foundation or CPT, whatever it may be. Now, when you look at it, on receipt of the bill for collection, the particulars of such bills are recorded in the bills for collection register. You will be maintaining a separate register called as bill for collection register. There, they will be making record of the bills that has been received by the bank, that has been sent by the customer for collection. Then on collection, the following entry will be passed. On the due date, the bill will be collected by the banker. Then debit what comes in, cash is coming in. And for collecting the bill, if they charge any commission, and after deducting the commission, the balance amount is being credited to customer's account. That means we can write the entry cash account data to commission account to customer account. Now, when you look at the note here I have given, bill sent for collection have to be shown by way of a note as per third schedule, because the bank is only doing a service, is providing service. Bank is collecting the money from the drawee and making payment to the drawer's account. Is this clear? That is being called as a customer account. So that is to be taken as a note. Now, generally, what happened for this purpose? Generally, the two accounts for this purpose have to be opened. In fact, they don't open the ledger accounts. It's like a memorandum books for record purpose. They will be maintaining. They'll be opening two accounts called as bills for collection asset account, bills for collection liability. In fact, they are mirror image of each other. Why mirror image of each other? When the bill has been sent for collection, the bank will be sending the bill to the drawee and he will be making payment to the drawer. For them, it is an asset. But that amount is to be given to whom? To the customer. So it is a liability. That is what is called as bills for collection asset account and bills for collection liability. Got it? What I am saying? See, when you are sending, the bank is sending the bill for collection, the amount is being received by the bank. When you are receiving the amount, bank is receiving it as an asset. But that amount again is to be given to whom? To the customer account. So it is a liability. That is why we will be opening two accounts called as bills for collection asset account and bills for collection liability account. Now we got one problem here. On 1st April 2011, bills for collection was 7 lakhs. Bills for collection was 7 lakhs. That means bills sent to bank for collection was 7 lakhs. During 2011-12, bill received for collection amounted to 64.5 lakhs. That is, in the beginning of the year, bill sent for collection, bills for collection received was 7 lakhs. During 11-12, bills received for collection amounted to 64.5 lakhs. Bills collected were 47 lakhs. Bills dishonored was by 5.5 lakhs. You know that the bill that is being sent to bank for collection can be honored or maybe dishonored. Like he has given that out of the bills received for collection amount 64.5 lakhs, including opening balance, the bills collected were 47 lakhs. Bill dishonored was 5.5 lakhs. That means, simple words, you can see 7 lakhs 7 lakhs plus 64.5 lakhs worth of bill is to be collected in the current year, out of which 47 lakhs has been collected, 5.5 lakhs has been dishonored. The balance is said to be collected. Now, as I told you, bills for collection account, asset account, if you open, if you want, you can write in brackets. Actually, bills for collection account has been given. Before I explain that, bills for collection asset account shows which balance? Debit balance. What is the amount to be collected? 7 lakhs. You can see this 7 lakhs is showing debit balance. And the 7 lakhs is also in bills for collection liability account. It is showing corresponding is how much? 7 lakhs. The 7 lakhs is also a liability because the 7 lakhs that is being collected by the bank has to be given to whom? Customers. Okay. Similarly, the bills for sent for collection received during the year is 64.5 lakhs. It is asset. It shows debit balance. It is also a liability because the amount is to be paid to whom? Customers. That is why it is a liability. Initially, till you collect asset, once after collection, it becomes liability, nullifying. So no effect, except they'll be getting commission, right? Now coming back to this. Now, bills for collection. When bill for collection, what is bill for collection? 47 lakhs. When you receive the amount, what will happen? Your asset will reduce. When asset will reduce, you credit bills for collection. I told you this is memorandum books. This is only to show the debit balance is equal to credit balance. The amount that is to be received is equal to amount that is to be given. The memorandum books I told you. They generally they don't maintain any accounts in main books, right? So bills for collection is being reduced because of the bill is being honored. And then this bills for collection, when you write, you can write liability here. In brackets, actually you can write, here you can write a liability. Please remember, here it has not been written bills for collection liability. The reason is asset is decreasing. Asset is decreasing. You also can see liability is decreasing. Here you can write in brackets. You can copy down later on. If you want, you can make a note. Here in bills for collection, you write brackets liability. In bills for collection brackets, you write asset. That means the liability is decreasing because you are transferring asset. Your asset is being decreasing because you are transferring to liability. Is this clear? So 7 plus 64, 71.5 lakhs. How much has been collected? Totally 47 lakhs. What is bills dishonored? Again here you write bills. Here you write liability in brackets. Whatever bills dishonored you are having in brackets, you write liability. Okay. So bill is dishonored. When bill is dishonored, what the bank can do? So it reduces asset you need not pay. Similarly, it also reduces liability. So simple words, how you can remember if you want to open account, you write opening balance, bills for collection asset. It shows debit balance here. It shows credit balance here. Then bill sent for collection, bills received for collection by the bank. You debit because asset shows debit balance here. You credit because it's a liability. And amount collected you credit here, amount dishonored you credit here. In brackets, whenever you are writing asset account, in brackets you write liability, here also in brackets you write liability. And when it comes to, when you write a liability, it credit in bills for collection asset account is nothing but, as I told you, mirror reflection. The credit item will appear in the debit side, the debit item will appear on the credit side. Okay, now you can see what is the amount that is to be collected. 19 lakhs. It is a closing debit balance. It will become next year opening balance of 19. That means then bills for collection account is going to have a 19 lakhs of bills to be collected, and that 19 lakh, the bill that is to be collected, will become a liability. It shows which balance, my dear friends? Credit balance. Got it? A simple topic, simple topic. You need not work out more number of problems you don't have also. If a short question comes, I think you should be able to do it. I repeat once again. First you write opening balance, you finish up the right hand side, opening balance, bills received for collection, bills for collection honored, bills for collection dishonored, closing balance. Now this will become opening other side as a mirror reflection. This 7 lakhs bills for collection opening balance, credit side in liability account, and received for collection credit, bills for collection honored, bills for collection dishonored, closing balance. Okay. Now this is model number 5. Now let us see model number 6. This model number 6 is about acceptances and endorsement. Acceptances and endorsement. Generally, what happens? A customer of the bank or a client of your bank is drawing a bill, is accepting a bill, which is drawn by his creditor. A customer of a bank or a client of a bank is accepting a bill drawn by his creditor, and for which is asking the bank to accept this on behalf of himself and hand over to his customer. In simple words, when a bank accepts or endorses bill on behalf of its customers, that means bank is accepting the bill on behalf of his customers, or bank is endorsing the bill which is being prepared by his customer. The meaning is same. I repeat once again. Bank is accepting the bill on behalf of his customer to the party. When bank is accepting, party will be happy because bank is taking the responsibility that he is going to make a payment on behalf of its customer by accepting the bill. Or bank is endorsing the bill on behalf of customers. That means his customer has made a bill, accept a bill, and that bill is being endorsed by the banker to the client of the customer. Then what happened? The bank undertakes a liability towards the party which agrees to receive such bill. That means bank is undertaking. You know what I undertaking? I undertake that the amount that is going to be honored by me in case his customer is unable to make a payment. That means the bank has given, it's a kind of a guarantee bank has given to person who is receiving the such bill that if his customer is unable to make payment, bank is going to make a payment. Then you may ask a question, sir, what is the advantage bank is having? Straightforward. Yes, bank is providing services. Now, if customer doesn't make payment to the bank or customer doesn't fulfill his promise to the client, then bank has to make a payment. The bank is making the payment from his pocket. When bank is making the payment from his pocket, how the bank is going to collect the amount? That is why generally bank will be asking his customer to keep some security equivalent to the amount of bill accepted by the bank. That means bank is saying, okay, I give acceptance to your client. Whose client? Customer client. Suppose X is a customer client. The name of the customer is Y. Bank has given acceptance or endorsement on behalf of Y to X. That means if Y is unable to make a payment, then who has to make a payment? X has to make a payment. Is this clear? Who has to make a payment? X has to make a payment. Sorry, bank has to make a payment. If Y is unable to make a payment to X on the due date, who has to make a payment back? Then bank, why should the bank pay? Because bank has given acceptance. Bank is giving the acceptance or endorsing the bill when bank is getting some sort of security from his customer, say example Y, equal to the acceptance given. That means if suppose his customer has failed to commit the honor to make the payment on the due date, failure to honor the bill, then bank will make the payment to the client of the customer, say my example X, and then bank will be realizing the security for getting the amount that is due to them. That means bank is at not loss. Bank is not going to lose anything. Is this clear? So here I have explained few things here. The bank undertakes a liability toward the party which agrees to receive such bill. The bank has a corresponding claim against the customer on whose behalf it has accepted or endorsed the bill. The bank has a corresponding claim because toward the party which agrees to receive. In my example, I have given X. For X, bank has given guarantee, but then the bank has a corresponding claim against the customer on whose behalf, in the example I told you X, it has accepted and endorsed the bill. That means the bank can get the money from his customer because on behalf of him, the bank has accepted the bill or endorsed the bill. The same thing here I have explained in terms of example. A bank has given its acceptance endorsement to Mr. X for rupees 1 crore. Now bank has or bank can, that's bank has, I think bank can claim, sorry, it's a mistake there, not bank has. The bank can claim against its customer, say Mr. Y, on whose behalf acceptance has been given. Got it? That means bank has given acceptance to X. Who is X? He is a customer of Y, or is a client of Mr. Y, or is a party to who owes the money? Mr. Y owes the money to X. Now, for which bank has given acceptance to Mr. X for 1 crore. That means initially Y owes to X how much? 1 crore. Now, who has given the acceptance? Bank has given the acceptance. On the due date, Mr. Y has to make payment to Mr. X. Am I right? Y. Who is Y? Mr. X. If Mr. Y is a customer of the bank, who is Y? Customer of the bank. Failed to honor the bill on the due date, bank has to make payment to Mr. X. Is this clear? I repeat once again. Bank has accepted and endorsed the 1 crore worth of rupees bill to whom? Mr. X. Okay. On behalf of Y. On behalf of Y. On the due date, Mr. Y has to make the payment to X. If on the due date Y is unable to make payment to X, then who is going to make a payment? Bank. But in turn, bank is having a claim against Mr. Y because bank has fulfilled the commitment of Mr. Y. Okay. So as a safeguard against the customer, say Mr. Y in the above example, not being able to meet the demand of the bank in this respect, usually bank required the customer deposit a security equivalent the amount of bill accepted. That means generally before giving the acceptance, bank wants some sort of security for giving acceptance on behalf of his customer. Is this clear? If at the end of the term the customer does not pay on demand, the bank dispose secure deposit by the customer. That means in the example, if bank has given guarantee to X or accepted or endorsed the bill to X on behalf of Y, Y needs to make payment on the due date. If Y is unable to make payment due to X on the due date, the bank is making payment. Now then what the bank has to recollect that 1 crore rupees. Already bank is having some security in his favor, and then bank will realize that security, and what are the amount that is being due from Y will be adjusted. Is this clear? Now let us see some few problems we work out. Here I just have also not given such a acceptances liability which are outstanding at the close of the year, and the corresponding asset security discharge is disclosed as a contingent liability. Because for a banker, acceptance is a liability. Is this clear? What liability? Contingent liability. In the example, if Y is unable to make payment, then bank has to make a payment. So it's a contingent liability for whom? Bank. At the same time, against contingent liability, they are also having some security. Is this clear? They are having some security or corresponding asset towards that contingent liability. So, and this is to be disclosed as a contingent liability in the note. Okay. So we got one example here. From the following details, prepare acceptances, endorsements, and other obligation. Before I go to that, just you can have a quick reference to this. Whatever I have written here may be useful to you. You can read for yourself. And here, delete the has bank can claim against its customer. Okay. Such acceptances liabilities which are outstanding at the close of the year and the corresponding asset security disclosed as a contingent liability. A liability to bank as well as they are also having security, that is corresponding asset as security towards contingent liability. Is this clear? and this is to be discussed as a contingent liability in the balance sheet. Now, let me take you to one problem where it will give you clarity. You can expect as a short question. From the following details, prepare acceptances, comma, endorsement and other obligation account as would appear in the general ledger. From the following details, prepare acceptances, endorsements and other obligations account as would appear in the general ledger of the bank. On 1st April 2011, acceptances not yet satisfied stood at 22 lakhs 33,000. Acceptances not yet satisfied stood at 22 lakh 30,000. That means bank has given acceptances 22 lakh 33,000. Is it not a liability? Because when you're opening an account in general ledger, it shows which balance? Credit balance. Out of which 20 lakhs were subsequently paid off by clients. That means your bank has given acceptances to the party on behalf of his customer, and this 22 lakh 30,000 we has to be paid by the bank when his customers are unable to make payment to party. But in this case, he says that 20 lakhs were subsequently paid off by the clients, and bank had to honor the rest. That means out of 22 lakh 30,000 which is outstanding, 20 lakhs amount is being paid by the clients. That means bank liability has reduced. But the bank had to honor the rest. Out of 22 lakh 30,000, if you take out 20 lakhs, what is the balance? 2 lakhs 30,000 has to be paid by the bank. But of course, this amount they can collect later on out of from security. Is this clear? But I think two things. One is payment made by the clients, no issue. But the balance amount has been honored by the bank on behalf of his customers. A scrutiny of the acceptance register for transaction during the year revealed the following. What is that has been revealed? Client acceptances guarantee. A is a client of or a customer of bank on whose behalf the bank has given the guarantee. B, customer C, customer D, customer E, customer F, customer. So what is the acceptances given or guarantees given? Simple words, acceptance also can be called as a guarantee given by the bank, 42 lakh 70,000. Now I think it's very simple. We got different customers' names has been given. Bank honored means who has not honored? A has not honored. So bank has paid. Party paid. This 12 lakhs is being paid by the party. No issue. Party failed to pay and bank had to honor. That means 10 lakhs bank has honored, 5 lakhs bank has honored because it's like a guarantee. Our client acceptances by whom? Bank. So bank has to commit 10 lakhs, bank has to commit 5 lakhs. Not satisfied. How much has not satisfied? 8 lakhs has not been satisfied. So 5 lakhs has not been satisfied. 2 lakhs 70,000 has not been satisfied. That means these three still outstanding. We can take these three as a closing balance. What is the closing balance? 8 plus 2, 10 plus 10 lakhs 70 plus 55 lakhs. 15 lakhs 70,000. Now let us look at it. This account. Acceptances, endorsement and other obligation account. Now as I told you, what is opening balance? You can see here 22 lakhs 30,000. This is the acceptances given by the bank. Acceptances being given by the bank is a liability, no? Of course, contingent liability, but we are showing as a liability since you open an account. By balance brought down 22 lakhs 30,000. Now, constituents liability. Now, what is the meaning of constituents liability? An entity that acts as a principal in authorizing another party to act as an agent. Simple one. That means bank is a agent to A, bank is a agent to B, bank is agent to C. So constituents liability means the liability of the principal party on whose behalf bank has given the guarantee. Bank has given the guarantee on behalf of A. Bank has given guarantee on behalf of B. Bank has given guarantee on behalf of C. Bank has given guarantee on behalf of D, E, F. If you add all those things, 10 plus 12, 5, 8, 5 plus 2, 70, coming to 42.7 lakh. This is the guarantee given current year. Acceptance is given the current year. This is opening balance of acceptance. We already discussed about it. 22 lakh 30,000, 20 lakhs has been paid off by the clients. Whenever you are paying the clients, when your clients are accepting, you write constitutional liabilities. And here you write to constituents liabilities for acceptances, guarantees, etc. paid off by client. You credit when you give acceptance, bank is giving acceptance. You debit constituents liability when the payment is being either paid by the party or by the bank. Here you credit constituent liabilities. Here you in acceptance endorsement account you debit. Now this 20 lakhs is being honored by fulfilled by client, but 2 lakh 30,000 honored by bank. How you got 2 lakh 30? I told you 22 lakh 30,000 minus 20 lakhs. Okay. Then what happened then? Closing balance. Not closing balance. We got few transactions here. What are those few transactions, my dear friends? Out of 12 lakhs, 10 lakhs amount guarantee or acceptance given on behalf of A, there in the particular column you can see bank honored he has given. You can see who has honored? Bank honored. Second case party paid. Third case party failed to pay. That means in case of A, customer AC who has made payment bank, and in case of B who has paid, B himself has paid to his party, to his client. D, E, F not satisfied means still time is being left. This can be taken as closing balance. Now you can see here. To constituents liabilities for acceptances honored by bank, because I told you on behalf of A who has honored, bank has honored. The B himself has honored. No, you can see to constituents liability for acceptance guarantees paid off the by party. Now I think C who has paid again, bank. To constituents liability for acceptance guarantees honored by bank on parties failure to pay is how much? 5 lakhs. And the balance is acceptance not yet satisfied means still there is a time gap. Still there is a time frame is there. Still time has not yet come. So that is why payment has neither paid by the party nor by the bank. This is closing balance. I told you how you got closing balance of 15 lakh 70,000 is nothing but C, D, sorry, D, E, F. Total if you add, you will be getting. That means total of customer on behalf of D, E, F guarantee has been given is not satisfied. Not satisfied means it is still time is which is due. So we can take as a closing balance. Is this clear? I repeat once again, very simple problem. Whenever you are having acceptance endorsement, in a nutshell, for you to remember, you write opening balance on the credit side, you write the acceptances given on the credit side by writing constant liability, you write to constant liability when paid by the clients, or you write again to constant liability paid by honored by the bank. Then you write again whenever you got different parties, you write to constant liabilities honored by bank or paid by party. And when balance, when acceptance is not yet satisfied, closing balance will appear as balance carry down. Okay, I'm giving just 2 minutes time to quickly see the solution for yourself. First read the problem also. Repeat again, bank on means acceptance given by bank. Party has not failed to pay, so who has made payment? Bank. In case of B, party has paid, no issue. But in case of C, party failed to pay means who has paid? Bank. And D, E, F, time has not yet come. So this can be taken as closing balance. This is what has been written here, solution. You can see this paid off by clients, honored by bank. This is about opening balance. This is honored by bank, paid by party, honored by bank, and acceptance not yet satisfied. Okay, we'll move on to the next problem. This you can expect as a 10 marks question or 12 marks question. We are having 4 units, whatever so far we have seen. Following facts have been taken out from the records of Adarsh Bank in respect of the year ending 31st March 2012. A. On 1st April 2011, bills for collection were rupees 7 lakhs. During 12 bills received for collection amounted to 64 lakhs 50,000. I think this is about bills for collection. We have started today with that discussion. Model number 5. Bills collected were 47 lakhs and bill dishonored and returned were 5,50,500. Prepare bills for collection asset account and bills for collection liability. You know that bills for collection asset account will show a opening balance of 7 lakhs on the debit side, and the same 7 lakhs will appear bills for collection liability on the credit side. Bills received for a collection amount to 64 lakh 50,000 will appear on the debit side. Bills for collection asset, the same will amount appear on the credit side. Bills collected 47 lakhs will appear on the credit side of bills for collection asset account. The same amount 47 lakhs will appear on the bills for collection liability debit side, and similarly dishonored return bills for collection asset account, it appears on the credit side. Bills for collection account liability, it appears on the debit side. You can see for yourself. Actually, in the example starting I've taken, liability is missing. I think here it has been mentioned. You follow this. This is opening balance. This is bills for collection received during the year. And this is bills for collection collected. Bills for collection dishonored. Closing balance. It's a mirror reflection. This will appear on the opposite side. 7 lakhs opening balance, bill for correction asset is a liability, credit balance, bills for collection honored, bills for collection dishonored, closing balance. Is this clear? You can see for yourself. Now let us move on to, I think this you can do it now. It is simple problem. Now we got one more problem where B on 1/4/2011, I think this model came in the examination. It is also there in your charms material. I'm repeating once again the models which you are working out. By going through this, I think you should be able to work out problems that has been given in charms material or mock test papers or RTP, whatever it may be. Okay, if you're thorough with these things, I think you should be able to do it. I hope you all are following this, right? Next, B. On 1/4/2011, acceptance, comma, endorsement, etc. not yet satisfied amount to 14,50,000. This is opening balance. No, we write by balance brought down. During the year under question, acceptance, endorsement, guarantees, etc. amounted to 44 lakhs. I think this is during the year the acceptances were given. It is also showing which balance? Credit balance. It will appear on the acceptances, endorsement, and other obligation account. It appear on the credit side. Previous problem which I worked out, was we got like A, B, C, D customers. But this time himself has given 44 lakhs. Direct amount has been given. Is this clear? Direct amount has been given. That means the total of amount which has been given on behalf of customers has been given without giving the individual list of customers. Bank honored acceptance to extent of 25 lakhs, where it appears debit side. Client paid off 10 lakhs against the guaranteed liability. Clients failed to pay 1 lakh. Dishonor, no. It appear which side? Debit side. Okay. Dishonor also will appear on the debit side. Paid by the clients, paid by the bank, and when clients fail to pay, who is going to pay? Bank is going to pay, which the bank had to pay. Now in this case, the bank has made a payment of, simple words, 25 lakhs plus 1 lakh. Whereas client, how much has been paid? 10 lakhs. Prepare the acceptance, endorsement, and other obligation account as it would appear in general ledger. Now you can see bills for collection account for yourself. Sorry, not this one. This one, sorry. What is opening balance? I told you 14 lakhs 50,000. Constant liabilities for acceptance, endorsement, etc. given 44 lakhs. Constituents liability for acceptance, endorsement 25 lakhs. What is the 25 lakhs? You can see 25 lakhs accepted by the bank. Bank honored acceptances. The 25 lakhs who has honored? Bank has honored. If you only can write in brackets. 10 lakhs paid by party. Again, 1 lakh has been accepted by bank because failure of the claims. Is this clear? This is the closing balance. Okay. I think these two are simple things. You just one or two times, if you go through it, you should be able to understand it. The third part of the question, we haven't seen anything. This is about, I think, whether it's a secured loan or unsecured loan. Regarding that, a problem has been framed. It is found from the book that a loan of 6 lakhs was advanced on 30th September 2008, 10% per annum. Interest payable off yearly. But the loan was outstanding as on 31st March 2012 without any payment recorded. That means even interest has not been paid or principal part of the principal has not been paid. Without any payment record the meanwhile either towards principal or towards interest. The security for the loan was 10,000 fully paid shares of 100 each. The market value was 98 rupees per stock exchange information as on 30th September 11. That means on the date of taking the loan, they have mortgaged the shares whose value is market value is how much? 98 rupees. That means 10,098, 9 lakhs 80,000, which is more than sufficient. Am I right? But due to fluctuations, the price fell to 40 rupees per share in January 2012. From 98 market value, it has come down to 40. But on 31st March 2002, the price as per stock exchange rate was 82 rupees per share. That means year closing, it has come to 82 rupees. Now 10,000 rupees, 10,000 shares into 82 rupees, it is coming to 8 lakhs 20,000, whereas your Loan is how much? 6 lakhs. Even if you calculate 10% on 6 lakh 60,000 including interest, for 6 months it is coming to 30,000. 6 lakh 30,000 is total as on 31st March 2012 principal plus interest. Whereas your security is worth rupees 10,000 into 82 rupees, it is coming to 8 lakhs 20,000. State how you classify the loan as secured, unsecured. I think it is clear. The balance sheet of the company, it is secured. Am I right? The same was given as an explanation. For classifying loans as fully secured, otherwise, the value of security, the value of security as on the last date of the year is considered. The value of security is 8 lakhs 20,000. How you got 8 lakhs 20,000? 10,000 to 82 rupees. Covering the loan and the interest due comfortably. Hence, it is to be treated as a good and fully secured, because secured is more than principal and interest. Okay. And now, one more problem is about B part of the question is about rebate on bills discounted. I think you can try. Just I don't want to tell anything. He's asking you to open ledger account. I'm giving 2 minutes time. Just go through it. The following balances are extracted from the trial balance as on 31st March 2012. Interest and discounts 98 lakhs, rebate offer bills discounted 20,000, bills discounted, bills discounted and purchase is 20,000. And then we also got that it is ascertained that the proportion discount not yet earned for bills matured 12/13 amount to 14,000. Prepare ledger accounts. Now ledger accounts means you need to open two accounts: rebate on bills discounted account and interest and discounts account. When you look at interest and discount account, 98 lakhs is the amount that is being received. It is given in trial balance. No? So this is interest and discount is an income. No, it is to be credited. Am I right? 98 lakhs is to be credited because income account shows which balance? Credit balance. Now out of 20,000, he is saying that rebate for bills discounted during the year collected, 14,000 has been not yet earned. Means out of 20,000 rebate for bills discounted during the year, 14,000 is related to which year? Next year. That means what is the income to be credited to interest and discount account is 6,000. How you got 60? 20,000 minus 14,000 is coming to 6,000. Then the amount to be transferred to profit and loss account is 98 lakhs plus 20,000 minus 14,000, 6,000. Why 6,000 we are taking? 20,000 rebate for bills discounted, out of which 14,000 is unexpired, means related to which year? Next year. So when you are creating interest and discount to profit and loss account, you should be taking only the amount that is related to current year. Rebate for bill discounted for current year is to be considered. That is why 98 lakhs plus 6,000, it is coming to total is coming to how much? 98 lakhs 6,000. Okay. Then we also need to open rebate on bills discounted account. Rebate for bills discounted, what is opening balance? 20,000. Simple words. And what is not yet expired? not yet expired, that is unexpired, is 14,000. What is the amount that is to be treated as income? 6,000. So I think you can see these two accounts. Rebate on bills discount account, whatever I explained is there. Opening balance 20,000. Rebate on bills discounted during the year, out of which 14,000 is related to which year? Next year, because income is unearned. We have seen in the previous class, balance is the amount to be transferred to interest and discount. What is opening balance? 98 lakhs. Rebate on bills discount related to current year is how much? 6,000. Therefore, amount to be transferred to P&L account is 98 lakhs 6,000. Okay. I think with this we have completed the model 6 also. And tomorrow, the important topic we will be going for lengthy one bit, the theory part mostly, capital adequacy ratio. Okay. With that topic, I think we shall be able to finish off the. These all are, you can expect a short question, or when you're having a combination of different models, it can be, you can expect as a 10 marks question or a 12 marks question. Is this clear? I hope you are following the topic which been explaining bank accounts uh, the best possible way. I'm also doing bit of R&D to how to uh, give more clarity to you. In fact, so I think uh, I've been repeating again and again. Anyhow, these things again when we go for final accounts also, bank final accounts, I think we may come across these things now and then. So revise it thoroughly because you got plenty of time. Don't waste your time. I hope you are also I hope you have revised the partnership accounts, amalgamation, internal reconstruction, liquidation of companies. Buyback of shares have completed, right? So please don't waste your time, have some planning, have some schedule, and do accordingly, right? Okay, so that will conclude for the day. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you very much. God bless you all.